Well, for those first timers that are here, usually after the formal meeting, we try to take 5-10 minutes for a quick item that I put together every month called Ham Morsels, which, although I am an amateur extra, I am a history major, former human resources manager, leadership management development. So I'm not real technical. Tonight, we're going to talk about nets. And this could be a 1 hour presentation. So please bear with me as we try to go through this a little quick. So what is a net? The first net probably was two hams yakking back and forth together, just rag chewing. Then an on-air gathering of amateur radio operators. Most nets convene on a regular basis, such as our club net, usually on a specific frequency, and they're all organized for a particular purpose. Now, I know you guys in the general class just heard nobody owns a frequency. And as a Parks on the Air operator, I can vouch I've been on the air calling CQ 10 kilohertz down, and somebody came on and said, "We're having our net, you need to move." And I'm saying, "I'm 100 watts in a wire." What? Well, I guess it got out there. So anyway, yes, there are usually on specific frequencies. Several are weather nets. For example, next month, we're having the Skywarn training starting in May at 12:30 every day. There's a Skywarn net. Typically, we have traffic nets, relay messages in our newsletter. You see there's a monthly or daily relay for DX. There's HF nets. There's FM nets. You can get certificates. There's clubs like ours, topics, Bible studies, collectors, even radio chess, which is definitely beyond me. So what about ham radio nets? So some answers. I had a good friend of mine here from New Jersey one month, and they asked the question, "Have you been on the net?" And he raised his hand, and he's not even a ham operator. So not the internet, but a ham radio net. So how many of you have been on ham radio nets? Looks like everybody. That's good. So why should you participate in a net? Well, you get an opportunity to talk to other hams and other operators, and you can be there. How do you find a net? We're going to answer that. And then how tough can it really be? And then how do I get on a net? So yeah, have you been on a net? While ham radio operators are generally pretty friendly, there are some that can be very literal. So when you come on the air, are you asking for a radio check or a signal check? I've heard people ask for radio checks and they get a response. Well, is the light on? And then something about somebody being home is usually followed by that. But so you want to ask, W0HTH, CQ looking for a signal check. Test versus CQ versus call sign. Very easy for you to just call CQ with your call sign, or you get on, say, W0HTH, standing by and monitoring. Mic check versus audio check. Same kind of response with radio check. Well, is it in front of you? No. So you want to ask for an audio check to get a response back on that. So just don't be surprised if you do ask that and you get some kind of strange answer. So why should you participate in that? Be ready for emergency situations. Make sure your radio works. A radio check. Okay. Double check your programming. Okay. I have just updated the chirp code plugs, but I have not been able to get them on our website yet. So basically, all you got to do is download those code plugs into your Excel spreadsheet, or if you're using Chirp, bring that in and then just change, leave its item 5, K0NR to W0TLM. That's the only change on them. You get input about your radio, practice listening. I was talking with Bill. He says he listens a lot. And transmitting, basically traffic. You can listen how traffic goes through the net and how you might handle traffic, developing that radio ear. You get informed. Again, Aries, weather spotters. For us, club information goes out. So, as Stephen mentioned, one of the ways to find out about a net is the ARRL net directory. So you can just go to the ARRL website and they have a net directory search, and you can search by locale, zip code, states, topics, whatever. Like I said, there's ICOM nets, Elecraft nets for you. Never mind. And after May, I wind up being one of those guys. I don't know. And then there's a couple of guys have talked to me about, asking questions of how to work all states. Well, one of the nets that goes on is called Old Man International SSB Society, or OMIS anyway. But they use NetLogger, and a lot of different nets use this. And NetLogger comes out, and right now you can see all these nets are on there. Albany Amateur Radio Club. You got Sky Hub second, Texas Patriots are there. A Friendly Bunch, Ole Miss. And Ole Miss uses this NetLogger, and you'll be on a list of 100 people and say you're missing Alaska. And if Alaska shows up there, once they get down to your number, they'll say, okay, line 38, W0HTH trying to contact K0TRD in Alaska. TRD, do you have a copy? And you can work states that way. So that's just another way to get around and help and work things out. Come on. Then our net, as Stephen mentioned earlier, it's every non-meeting Monday. So we're always the third Monday a month. So every other Monday we're on. You can just go to our net page for details. We're on the N0XLF repeater. That information, again, is on our website. So you can see upcoming nets over there in the right-hand column. We need some folks for net control, and that's kind of why I'm doing this, is to encourage folks to do that. It's a formal directed net. I'll get into that a little bit when we're on the script. We're a friendly group, and like I've told guys that have got on the net now, if I mess up, I blame it on my bifocals or I blame it on the full moon, even if there's not a full moon. Hardest part of the net is being net control is trying to think of a question. That's it. I mean, it's National Pizza Week this week. What's your favorite pizza? We've asked questions off the extra exam test, and we had 30 people on the net, and I think 3 people answered. Everybody else dropped off. So, yeah, I mean, yes, you can have something technical, but you get a lot more answers about pizza. That's for sure. It's an easy script for net control. And the other thing I do is just remember to use your ID every 10 minutes and the club idea. And as net control, you're in control. There we go. Awesome. So here's our net control script. It's right on the website, which is what I just went through. The notes to you as net control, you're reading this script. So it tells you what to do, how to set up. Identify that this is W0TLM, the Tri-Lakes net. Try to do it regularly. And identify your own call sign, but you could also do W0TLM, W0HTH net control, Tri-Lakes net control. So repeat after me. Remember, I was in the Air Force. No, you don't have to do that. Calling the Tri-Lakes net, calling the Tri-Lakes net. This is, please state your call sign and your name.
This is, please state your call sign.
Very good. There's an NRA instructor, I can tell. All right. You are now qualified to be net control operators. So this is all you do is read this script. And over the last couple of weeks, we tried to revise this script to make it as easy as possible for even the new person. So all of this is step by step. If you can read that, take your time, you can get through. And then we got taking check-ins. So we revised this paragraph. First, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. Somebody may call in. Most of the time, you'll hear 5 seconds of dead air. Then ask for any mobile or Echolink stations. Mobile stations will say W0HTH mobile just for the numbers. That means don't call on me because I'm gone. All right. I'm just in there for the count. And then you take your check-ins. And then handling traffic. We used to say in there, make any announcements. Well, Rex has done such a great job with the newsletter. Steven has done such a great job on the website. We're not saying that anymore. You're going to say, we encourage you to check our website, W0TLM.com. Sign up for the club's Google groups. There's a link on the website for that. And we hope you're all getting the weekly newsletter by email, which will provide you the notice of upcoming club and amateur events. So you're off the hook. You don't need to know that. Then all you have to do is come up with that question, ask for any late check-ins, and then just go down the list, write them down as they check in, and then go down that list. Easy peasy, right? Anybody have any questions about being net control? Please, please, please sign up. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to call on Hans because he doesn't know it. When did you get licensed, Hans? Okay. And he's done net control 2-3 times? 2 times already. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. All right. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.